Hi everyone, this is Brad Wood. Today I have another quick video in our What's New in Commandbox 4 screencast series, and I just wanted to cover a couple very simple enhancements we've done to the usage and the prettiness level of the CLI. First things first, you can see an overview of all the things new in Commandbox 4 if you check out this blog post here. This is when we released the release candidate for testing, and it covers everything we've added to the CLI. So let's jump over here into the command line. There's a couple new things going on, and a lot of it just has to do with the color coding that shows up, as well as the tab completion. Used to be when you typed commands, everything was the same color. Right now, when you type commands like Commandbox create app, you see the command turns yellow as I type it, and then the parameters you type in remain in white. So that's a nice little improvement to be able to tell, first of all, if you've actually typed the command correctly. If I was to come in here and leave the R out of the word create, you can see that it doesn't turn yellow, so I know that it hasn't been recognized as a command. So that's being parsed as you type, and that's just a nice way to keep track of the the command as you type it. There's also some handy tab completion improvements. So if I say type Commandbox and hit tab, we can see the options are now organized into groups. So there's commands. Actually, let's dig in a little bit farther. Let's do Commandbox create, right? So you can see that these subcommands show up under a section called commands, and then here are all the commands I can type, and we've tied this into the help for the commands, so the help is right here in the tab completion. So Commandbox create resource, and it tells you what it does. Another really nice thing in the tab completion is it filters as you type. So if you start typing, let's see, if I type I, it filters down to only the options that have I. I can keep typing until I get to interceptor, right? And it just keeps filtering the farther down that we go. That's also a nice feature. Additionally, if you actually just keep hitting tab, it used to be it would keep redrawing the screen, which was really annoying to scroll everything way past. Now if you keep hitting tab, it actually starts cycling through the options, and you can hold down shift and hit tab to go backwards through the options. So tab and shift tab can help you select from the visual options, and that is new in Commandbox 4. So once we select it, if I hit tab again, we can see things like flags, the -- helper flag, and the parameters are also broken out again into groups. Makes it a little bit easier to tell everything apart. Okay, so if we change into a directory that has some files and folders, we can use like the cd command, hit tab, and you can see things like directories are listed out separately from the parameters. We can tab between them. Also, if I use a command like edit, which can affect files and folders, you see we break out directories and files and parameters. So it's just a little bit nicer to see everything from the command line now. In addition, there's some improvements to the REPL, which are along the same lines. So if we drop into the REPL, the first thing is we also now have color coding on built-in ColdFusion functions. So when I type now, there's actually two things that are color coded. The function itself is color coded, and the parentheses are also color coded. There's also tab completion on ColdFusion functions, which is really nice. So if I start typing HAS and I hit tab, it prompts me with hash and hash 40, a ColdFusion function I didn't even know existed until I hit tab complete on this one time. Get something with more options. So struct, we hit tab, all the struct functions are automatically in here, and I can hit enter to select them. So this makes working from the REPL a lot nicer and easier. There's also tab completion on member functions. So if I create a variable called myArray, set this into an array, I can, first of all, get tab completion on variables. So if I type MYA and hit tab, it knows that I have a variable called myArray, so I can get tab completion on any previous variables I've created in here. And so I can do .app and hit, and the append member function automatically tab completes as well as the color coding is recognized as the name of the member function. You've seen my parentheses going on here. If I do a bunch of opening parentheses and a bunch of ending parentheses, you can see that it matches the beginning parentheses and the ending parentheses automatically, which is a really nice feature to kind of help you type. The highlighting also works with brackets, right? We match starting and ending brackets. Those are curly braces, rather. Works with the square brackets as well. And you also get matching with quotes. So if I do quote foo equals quote bar and I end the quote, it also highlights those. So a lot of kind of just readability improvements here with the highlighting from the REPL. Keywords are also highlighted, like the for keyword. So as you type from the REPL, the code will just be a lot easier and prettier for you to be able to read. And just remember, whenever you're in doubt, hit Tab, and we'll try really hard to figure out what the completion might be. So that's it. Enjoy the new enhancements to the CLI with the color coding and the tab completion, and have a good one.